Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. Do you guys remember a few years ago when Akon came out and said that he was going to be building a modern day Wakanda in Africa, an oasis for black people called Akon City? Well, I hate to tell y'all this, but the project is now being canceled by the African government because, according to the government, they're like, listen dude, ever since we sanctioned this project a few years ago, you have not even managed to put up like half a building. Alright, so this is what happened. A few years ago, Akon came out and was like, listen, I'm getting ready to build a modern day Wakanda. And then he showed us the schematics and everything. I mean, Akon was out here talking a good game. Watch this.
Year construction build out. We're gonna do it in 3 phases. 3.5 years. Phase 1 should be finished. And that consists of the hospital, the Akon Village Resort, the police station, fire station, and the basic infrastructure like all the roads, lighting, and everything like that. The residential also is a part of phase 1, which is condominiums, mansion resorts as well.
So then, 2.5 years after Akon promised that the project was going to be finished, a couple of people went to Africa to check out Akon City, and this is what they found.
So we're approaching Akon City, as you can see. That is Akon, and it says Akon City.
The best city. You have to go, guys. You have to do it.
Alright, we're almost close. That's Akon City over there.
We drove inside the city, and this was all I saw.
This right here is the only building that has been built in Akon City.
Although this building looked futuristic, but this project is looking like a disappointment.
Alright, so when the African government found out that in over 5 years, Akon had only managed to put up like half a building, and I mean, not even that, I mean, he put up like half a building, they were like, yo, pull a project. We got all of this good land sitting here, and this ninja right here is doing absolutely nothing with it.
Akon's $6 billion dream of building a real-life Wakanda in Senegal is officially over. Remember those wild, futuristic designs for Akon City? The ones with the crazy, curvy skyscrapers that look straight out of a movie? Well, Senegalese officials just confirmed the project has been completely scrapped. For 5 years, we heard about this high-tech, eco-friendly city that was supposed to run on its own cryptocurrency called Akon. But if you go to the site today, all you'll find is 800 hectares of empty land and a single unfinished building.
Now, because Akon promised to build the black people in Africa a modern day Wakanda, but he only managed to build a Flintstone house, a lot of people are jumping online calling the artist Akon a con artist.
So, a few years ago, this guy, Akon, said he was going to build a Wakanda type city, named Akon City. It's even in the name, a con artist. You can't make this shit up. Even if I tried, I couldn't make it up. Anyway, I think he said he was going to build it way before the Black Panther movie came out. So he gathered a couple of people, investors. People invested in the Con City. And 2025 has been cancelled by the Senegalese government. I think they know it's not going anywhere. It's just wasting people's time, resources. And also, I heard he took loans in China. I don't know if he has settled with the Chinese, because the Chinese don't play with their loans, bro. They will want something in return, your resources or something. And I know this guy has no resources in Senegal. So how is he going to pay the Chinese? But yeah, shout out to Akon.
Listen, do me a favor and hit that like button, and also let me know down below, what do you think about Akon trying to build Akon City but falling short? Do you think that he shot for the stars and he missed but it was a good try? Or do you think this ninja right here ain't nothing but a con artist? Now, as you already know, the other day after the Diddy verdict dropped, a woman jumped online and she basically said that the verdict was God's will, to which T.I.'s wife Tiny jumped online and was like, yeah, praise hands, praise hands, praise hands. People want to charge you so bad for being freaky is nasty work. Now, one of the women who has tried her damnedest to charge T.I. and Tiny for being freaky over the years, Sabrina Patterson, saw what Tiny had to say online and she was not happy about it. So she was like, okay, I tell you what, you two think you're slick. So what I'm gonna do is drop receipts on just how freaky you two are on my birthday. Alright, so after people saw what Sabrina Patterson had to say, a whole lot of people jumped in her comment section and started making posts about T.I. and Tiny. And one person said, "Don't worry, you're next. It's the trafficking, coercion, prostitution, and you can't give consent while forcing your victims to take drugs." Now, when T.I. saw what people were saying online and that the tides were starting to turn and they were trying to make him into the next Diddy, he jumped online and he was like, "I have to address this expeditiously."
Beautiful day to not be a buster, man. It's a beautiful day to not hate on nobody. It's a beautiful day to not spread lies and to not be negative. It's a beautiful day, man, to mind your business. It's a beautiful day, bro. God has blessed us with this beautiful day. Don't take it for granted. Don't take this beautiful day for granted. Don't be out here spreading propaganda just because you unhappy with your life and yourself. Man, God has blessed you too, man. He got your blessings. Don't look to nobody else and point blame at somebody else because you ain't reached and tapped into your blessings yet. They coming, alright?
Listen, I don't know what T.I. and Tiny do in their bedroom, and honestly, I don't care, unless someone brings definitive proof that they're engaging in illegal activity. Now I know, you're out there like, yo, mad people and drop lawsuits on T.I. and Tiny. But here's the question, have those lawsuits gone anywhere? As a matter of fact, the last I checked, the court actually dropped 5 out of 7 of Sabrina Patterson's claims and ordered her to pay T.I. and Tiny's $90,000 worth of court bills. So, my question is this, if Sabrina Patterson has all of these receipts that prove that T.I. and Tiny are freaks, then how come the court keeps dismissing her cases and making her pay them? Now get this, the other day Young Miami's BFF, Saucy Santana, jumped online to let everybody know that he misses Diddy. Why? Because Diddy was fun.
What time to show? The show in Tornado. Do I miss Diddy? Yeah, Diddy was fun.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The powder puffin', tic tac poppin', abusive, tyrannical dude that was probably over there laying hands on your BFF while he had her up in some dark hotel room doing freak-offs with strangers while she was drenched in Johnson's & Johnson's was fun? See, this is part of the problem. A lot of these wannabe celebrities will overlook the worst behavior just to have a VIP ticket into the party. See, if dudes like Saucy Santana knew like I knew, instead of being out here talking about they miss Diddy because Diddy was so fun, they would be trying to get as far away from Diddy as possible, the same way that the entire continent of Australia is trying to get away from Kanye. Because the other day, Australia said that they canceled Ye's visa over the release of his new song Heil Hitler. During a press conference, a representative for the continent said he's been coming to Australia for a long time. He's got family here. And he's made a lot of offensive comments that my officials looked at again once he released the song. And he no longer has a valid visa. The rep went on to say, "We have enough problems in this country already without deliberately importing bigotry."
The rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is now banned from Australia after he released a song titled Heil Hitler. Australia's Home Affairs Minister says his visa was cancelled.
You're going to have a song and promote that sort of Nazism? We don't need that in Australia. I think that what's not sustainable is to import hatred.
No comment yet from Ye. The controversial artist was a frequent visitor to the country and actually married his Australian wife Bianca Censori there in 2022.
Now, after Australia found a way to keep Kanye off their entire continent, a lot of people came in the comment section and were like, nah, Ye got free speech. No, my friend, what a lot of y'all tend to forget is that free speech is an American concept in law, and when you go to other places, American laws don't apply. But somebody who wishes that they did is Cardi B, because the other day during a photo shoot, Cardi B was trying her best to make the paparazzi shut up while she was taking pictures because she didn't want the big bird that she was holding in her arm to fly away. Watch this.
Stop yelling! You fucking idiot! You told him not to scream? You what? Can you tell him not to scream? Cardi, you can scream.
Listen, what makes you think that you're going to do a photo shoot on a public street in the middle of the day and everybody's going to be quiet just for you? I mean, for real, when your team came to you and said, we got this great idea, we want you to dress like a crow while holding a crow on a public street, you guys should have factored in that there might be a little noise. Now, somebody who's out in these streets making a whole lot of noise is Flavor Flav, because recently, after a recent string of pow-powings all over the place, Flavor Flav has come out to say that he believes that pow-pows should be banned in the United States. Watch this.
You know, because right now, gun control is out of control. You know, guns are falling into the wrong hands of the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. And not only that, but I'm not saying to totally ban guns. I mean, you know, come on, policemen, they need guns to do their jobs. Guns has been around since the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. But my thing is this. You know what I'm saying? All of these school that's going on right now. Look at these massive that happened this week. Or already in the United States, you know what I'm saying? And in Chicago, 18 people getting you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a disgrace to the race. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I mean, you know, all of this needs to come to a stop. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be under control right now.
All right. So after that, Flavor Flav went on to explain how his own experiences with pow-pows has shaped his opinion.
Well, my experience really shaped me up, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, you know, going to jail for I mean, put it this way. Back in the days, yes, I used to be in gangs and all of that stuff. We used to all have guns, and it was a peer pressure thing, you know, at the time, you know what I'm saying, and the whole nine. And, you know, I wasn't a legal gun owner. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a legal gun owner. None of us was legal gun owners. So guns was in the wrong hands. And even my hands was the wrong hands at the time. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. But now things are really, really getting out of control, where even kids are going into their parents' rooms. They're taking their parents to school, and they're doing these massive school. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. I mean, you know, there's, you know, I mean, it's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? When is all of this going to stop? The only way it's going to stop is if we put a ban on the people that are not legalized to have guns.
Okay, I totally agree with Flavor Flav. Illegal pow-pows do need to be taken off the streets. But here's the conundrum. It's already illegal to own illegal weapons, but people who do illegal things don't follow the law. So, what do? How do you take illegal weapons out of the hands of people who break the law and acquire weapons illegally? I also think it's important to note that a Blicky has never gotten mad because somebody looked at it the wrong way and was like, yo, why are you looking at me that way? And just started busting off by itself. It's people who make the wrong choices with weapons, and they tend not to have reverence for life. So, in addition to trying to take weapons off the streets, we have to do a better job at creating a culture of men, women, and children who respect the lives of their fellow human beings. Listen, let me know something down below. If illegal weapons are already banned, but that ban does not work, what do? What do you do as a country? Because I don't know whether or not y'all know this, but Americans love their weapons. For example, there are more pow-pows in the US than people. As a matter of fact, let me give you the accurate statistic. According to a 2023 Small Arms Survey, it estimated that there are over 393 million civilian-owned firearms in the US. However, there are only 330 million people. And out of those 330 million people, only 1 in 3 people own a weapon. Therefore, somebody out there has a small militia in their garage. But enough about that, because we have to talk about this. The other day, Master P announced that he is officially retiring from hip-hop. When discussing his retirement, Master P said, "My last show has to be with Essence. It has to be big, a celebration." He also said that his decision to retire from hip-hop was spurred on by his new position as head coach and president of basketball operations at the University of New Orleans. Master P said, "It's a blessing now to be able to transition into doing something that's bigger than me. Being a servant is my most important job. I feel like hard work got me here, even though I didn't know I was going to get this far in life. God spared my life and put me on this journey." Now, when discussing his over 30-year rap career, Master P said that chapter closed itself with maturing and growing up and not being afraid to grow. Well, I guess that's it, folks. No more, nah. Them days is over.
I'm telling people, say goodbye to Master P and say hello to Coach P. We gotta say it.
Make them say, salute, I see ya.
After a career spanning more than 3 decades, New Orleans hip-hop legend Master P is taking his final bow from music.
So the Ice Cream Man is back for one night. One night, y'all. It's mind-blowing,
It is mind-blowing.
that I'm leaving music and going to be a coach to create future leaders. That should be a good thing.
It is. It's a great thing.
But you won't see me turned up.
I mean, you know, we love it.
You won't get rowdy.
This year at Essence Fest, he's stepping on stage one last time for a farewell performance Sunday night inside the Superdome.
This almost gonna be like a masquerade 90s party. I want to turn up New Orleans style on that stage. It's gonna be incredible. That's something I'm not gonna give y'all too much.
Master P says his final show will be a celebration of legacy and love for the fans. It's also a family reunion with many stars from No Limits Records joining him on stage.
They have so many great talented people that come through New Orleans, right? But also come through No Limit. When it comes to music, when you think about women, you got to think about Mia X opening those doors, and just all the other great talent that we had, the ones that's not here anymore, and to be able to be on stage with my son Romeo and my daughter Symphonique, and to have family. I want to show people that we can grow up and we can do better with our lives, and I want to take families on this journey. So get your black and white camouflage, and we're gonna turn up NOLA style one more time.
It's a full circle moment in the city where Master P's rise to fame all began. He sold more than 100 million records since he started No Limit Records in the 1990s. A story of hustle and hope. The music mogul blazed a trail for artists to own their own sound and success.
Well, on Sunday night, Master P officially retired the No Limit jersey and said goodbye to all his fans at Essence Fest. Watch this. Listen, I just love the fact that the crowd gave him one last, na. You know something? I want to take a moment to give Master P mad respect. And I'm going to tell you why. As a native New Yorker who grew up in the midst of the hip-hop scene, when hip-hop first came on the scene, we didn't have much respect for rappers that came from other places. I mean, for real, if you didn't hail from one of the 5 boroughs, we weren't trying to give you no respect. Now, there was no disrespect intended, but that's just how New Yorkers are. Anyhow, after a while, West Coast music sort of creeped into New York, and we started bumping to like NWA, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E. But the South, aside from like Luke and a few other groups, really wasn't getting a whole lot of airplay. But that really changed when Master P and No Limit came on the scene and helped to put New Orleans on the hip-hop map, with artists like Mystical, Silk the Shocker, Mia X, and C Murder. But that wasn't his biggest contribution. When Master P came on the scene, he was one of the first rappers / entrepreneurs to let everybody know that he owned his own masters and cut a groundbreaking 85/15 distribution deal with Priority Records, keeping creative and financial control, which inspired generations of rappers to come, like Nipsey Hussle, Tech Nine, and even early Cash Money Records, to go independent and demand better record deals. Now, when it comes to hip-hop culture, a whole lot of people love to give Diddy mad credit, and they're like, yo, Diddy changed the culture. And they also like to give Jay-Z mad credit, and they're like, yo, Jay-Z is not only a businessman, he's a businessman. But what they always seem to forget is that before Jay-Z or Diddy made the Forbes list, Master P was already sitting on that list. Let me tell you something, we really need to give Master P an applause. Because this is how you do it. This right here is the blueprint. His career isn't ending because he got pow-pow in the streets. And his career isn't ending because he went to jail for life. Instead, he came into business, he did what he had to do, and now he's like, listen, I did it all, so now I'm going to do something else. This right here is how you do it. And now that he's officially announced his retirement, all that I have to say to Master P is, well done, Master P. Well done. And last but not least, let me share this. The other day, the cops picked up Trippie Redd at the airport as he was trying to leave the country to go to France.
Bro, okay, bro, just relax. Hey, you guys don't need to That's my family.
Now, when they picked him up, it was like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cops surrounding him, and a whole lot of people were like, yo, what did Trippie Redd do? Well, it turns out that the cops had to get in formation, put on their full metal jackets, and immediately go pick up Trippie Redd because this dude got caught driving without a license in 2023. Alright, so after the cops put on that full display and hauled Trippie Redd down to jail, this dude was bonded out for $150, which had a whole lot of people saying, what was the purpose? For example, one person said, so they had to do all of that, and then somebody else was like, why did they waste their time like that? And then last but not least, somebody else came through and said, you would have thought that he had unalived somebody the way that they're acting. Listen, once again, it just goes to show the unfair treatment that black men get in America, because you have never seen a group of like 8, 9, 10 cops run up on a soccer mom while her son was playing soccer on a playing field and arrest her for driving without a license. So after the whole incident went down, Trippie Redd jumped online and he said, was going to pick up $600K between 2 shows, shaking my head. That's little though, and my bond was $150, laughing my A off. But Channel 6 News played my song. I made $750 off that. Okay, so let me get this straight. The authorities stopped this dude from going to work to make $600,000 just because about 2 years ago, they caught him driving without a license. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, that could have waited till he got back. Listen, let me know what you think about everything that we discussed in today's video, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.